Hello, I'm Christian Alanis, and this is going to be my video segment number 2 for Principles of Strength and Conditioning. This time, instead of doing it at the gym like the first gym, or like the first video, I'm going to do it in my living room. I'm going to be using backpacks, I'm going to be using brooms, XYZ, and then just I'm going to modified as the equipment. Obviously, with being said. Now, with that being said, this video is going to partake of power, not persistent band training. So let's get it. Same thing as the first one. Warm up, general warm up, specific warm up, 6 different exercise modalities, 1 upper, 1 lower, 3 variations, and our cool down. But first and foremost, let's get into our warm up. Alright, this is gonna be our 10-minute warm up. It's pretty much gonna consist of 3 general warm ups and 3 specific warm ups. With that being said, our general warm ups are gonna be arm circles, butt kicks, light jogging planks. They're all gonna be 2 minutes each. We could get our body warm up, we could get all cool down, we're gonna get it all loosened up. And with that being said, our specific warm-ups are gonna consist of squat jumps, 10 to 12 reps. I'm gonna do 12 reps. Why? Because why not? I would like to. Hamstring stretches and dynamic leg swings, 2 minutes each. Right here on my left side, I have my stopwatch. So let's get it. 2 minutes of arm circles. We're gonna do 1 minute forward, 1 minute backwards. What this is gonna do is pretty much gonna loosen up all of our pectorals, our rear delts, our latissimus. It's just gonna get all that blood going on, flowing on. You can be going in circles too if you like to. I'm gonna be going in circles. And if you feel like if you're getting tired, no worries. Take a little break, take a little breather. All right, we're 40 seconds in. Ten more seconds, and we're gonna switch sides. All right, now let's switch. Starting to really feel the burn, huh? And also with being home, it's more of a controlled environment, so I'm not gonna worry about other people walking in the video, music, none of that. All right, 20 more seconds, and we're gonna move on into our 2-minute butt kicks. All right, 2-minute butt kicks. What this is gonna do, it's gonna warm up your quads, your legs, you wanna get more blood flowing. It's also gonna increase your heart rate. So when we start getting into our snatches, our cleans, our polymetrics, your body's gonna feel warm up and no need to be more further stretching. Sorry, the computer was turning off. I have my little stopwatch. All right, 1 minute, 1 more minute to go. This next one's gonna be a little lighter than butt kicks.
seconds. Ten more seconds of butt kicks, and then we're gonna move on to light jog in place. Now that our heart is beating up, now that our heart is racing, now we need more blood flow, just a light jog in place. At your own pace. Just to get more blood flow, get the heart rate pumping, so we can get into these workouts at home. Right after light jog, we're gonna get into squat jumps. 10 to 12 reps. I'm gonna be personally doing 12 reps. All right, 35 more seconds. And then with these warm-ups, main focus is to just get the blood flowing. We want to get the body loosened up. We don't want to get any any tearing when we get into our main body position. All right, 10 more seconds. Then we're gonna get into box jumps, squat jumps. Nice. All right, squat jumps. 10 to 12 or 8, 10, 12. I'm gonna do 12. Simple. Squat, jump. 1. Squat, jump. 2. Now with being squats, you wanna make sure you go to a 90 degrees or parallel. Jump. 3. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Nice. Once you do your 12 squats, hamstring stretches. Hamstring stretches, all you want to make sure is you don't fully straighten your legs. You want to have a slight bend to them, and you want to reach as full down as possible. You want to be stretching the hamstrings. You don't want to tear the hamstrings. With that being said, we're going to be alternating into regular stretch on the right, on the left, on the middle. 2 minutes. Let's get it. Ooh, now that's waking me up. Okay. Now let's go on the right side. Now let's go on the left side. Stretch them hamstrings. Alright, 2, 1. Now down the middle. For 20 more seconds. And then we're gonna get into our dynamic leg swings. All right. 30 seconds each leg. First with the right. This is gonna warm up or get your abductors loosened up. A good warm up to start doing right before squats or sumo deadlifts, in my opinion. Other leg. Alright, and that's gonna be our 10-minute warm up. Let's do some final stretches right before we go into our main body. Alright, let's get to it. On to exercise modality number 1, Olympic lift clean. First, I'm gonna start out with the upper body, medicine ball clean to press. Since I'm at home, I don't have any medicine balls. I'm gonna be improvising with basketball. This is gonna be my medicine ball for this workout. And with that being said, the 3 variations for medicine ball clean to press are gonna be standing medicine ball clean to press, the standard squat clean to press with a medicine ball, and rotational medicine ball clean throws. I'm gonna perform all 3 of these exercises, I should say. I'm gonna be performing 10 reps each. Set my computer down, starting off with the standing medicine ball clean press. Pretty much standing, medicine ball on the floor. We're pretty much gonna be grabbing the medicine ball. We're gonna have a slight bend in our knees, kind of stretching those hamstrings, which is why we stretch our hamstrings. We're gonna be reaching for the ball and using our lower back, our latissimus femoris, our shoulders and everything. We're gonna grab the ball. We're gonna thrust it kind of to like a clean hold. And then once we're over here, we're going to explode upwards. We're just gonna explode upwards, put the medicine ball in the air, use all of your delts, and at the same time, we're gonna spread our legs into a clean position, clean and jerk position. With that being said, let's get into the 10 reps. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 9, 10. Now, for this next one, squat, clean, and press. We're gonna keep the medicine ball on our chest in position, and we're gonna be going the same motion as before. Boom. But before we do that, instead of going all the way down, we're gonna do a simple squat. Our squats, our legs are gonna be about shoulder width, give or take, comfortable position, and we're pretty much gonna bend our knees to a 90 degrees. Make sure you're reaching depth, appropriate squat depth. So I'm gonna perform 1 rep, and then we're gonna do 10 more. So grab your ball, squat, clean. There we go, medicine squat, medicine ball clean. That being said, let's get into it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, for the last one, rotational medicine ball clean throws. Same thing, keep it right here. Medicine clean call, boom, rotate, down, boom, rotate. This could be variation where we focus more on the abs on the core side of the story. That being said, 10 reps, 5 sides to the right, 5 reps to the right, 5 reps to the left. Let's get to it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Alright, thank you. Now let's get into lower body. To the lower body hang power cleans. This is going to consist of 3 variations: dumbbell hang power cleans, barbell hang power cleans, and single arm kettlebell cleans. Since I'm at home, I'm going to improvise. I'm going to be using 2 kitchen equipment as my dumbbells for the dumbbell power cleans. I'm going to be using a Swifter that I took off as my barbell. And I'm going to be using my backpack as a kettlebell. With that being said, hang power cleans are pretty self-explanatory. So power cleans, I'm going to be using a barbell, make it a little more easier. Pretty much going to start from down here. You're going to want to grab the barbell as you're reaching forward, kind of in a deadlift position, kind of with extending your hamstrings, boom, shoulders, everything guys. You want to bring it all the way up, and once you're about right here, you want to thrust. You want to get the clean position. So catch it, and that's going to be your power clean. All right, but with that being said, dumbbells. Save a little time. We're only going to do 6 minutes each reps. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Barbell. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Kettlebell single arm, 3 each rep. Or I'm gonna be performing 3 each arm. With that being said, same as the first, kettlebells on the floor. You wanna grab it, boom, come on. All right, let's get to it. 3 each arm. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. On to exercise modality number 2, Olympic lift snatch variations. For this one, I'm gonna knock out the upper body and lower body in one video segment. All right, upper body, medicine ball snatch throws. Same thing, use my basketball as my medicine ball with 3 different variations. Overhead medicine ball snatch, rotational snatch, and split stand snatch throw. All gonna be medicine ball. And then for the lower body, single arm dumbbell snatch, alternating dumbbell snatch, and kettlebell power snatch. With that being said, I'm not the best snatcher, nor do I know how to do a proper snatch, but I do know the basics of a snatch. I'm gonna be using a barbell to illustrate how to do a normal snatch. With that being said, you're gonna wanna have your hand grip as not as wide as possible, but a wider grip than a deadlift. Reason being, you're gonna launch it up in the air, catching it. With that being said, the barbell's on the floor. Your stance is gonna be just give or take shoulder width, whatever makes you feel comfortable. You're gonna bend down, not kind of like you're deadlifting because your arm's a little more outwards, and you're just gonna grip the bar. With that being said, you're gonna thrust down, generate as much force as you possibly can. Pick it up slightly, and once you're right here, like give or take about your quads, you wanna thrust it into the air. You just wanna generate a lot of power to be able to snatch it and squat. And that's how you do a snatch. Correct me if I'm wrong. With that being said, let's start our upper body. Medicine ball. We're only gonna be doing, let's do 6 reps each variation. Overhead medicine. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and my form not the best. Now, rotational snatch toss. Same thing, but once we're up here, kind of in our squat position, rotate. 3 each. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then for this next one, split, snatch, throw. Alright, sorry for that little interruption. Computer was about to die. But with that being said, split, stand, snatch, throws. Same thing as the first, but instead of landing in the squat position, we're gonna be landing in like a split stance position. Make it a little more challenging. Only gonna do 4 reps, 2 each leg going forward. 1, 2, 3, 4. Nice, and that is going to conclude our upper body. Onto the lower body. Lower body explosives. Single arm dumbbell snatch, alternating dumbbell, and kettlebell power. So first, foremost, get your trusty little dumbbell, single arm snatch. Same thing as the barbell, but since we're doing dumbbells, instead of gripping it so far out, because it's not a barbell, grip the dumbbell at whatever position you may want, snatch it up. That being said, since we're doing single arm, let's do 6 reps, 3 reps each hand. That being said, let's get it. Right arm first. 1, 2, 3. Switch. 1, 2, 3. Now, alternating dumbbell snatch. Instead of doing complete sets of 1, we're gonna alternate after every single rep. Let's do 6 again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now onto the last one, kettlebell power snatches. It's gonna be a little difficult because the backpack is so big, but let's improvise. Let's do 4, 2 each. 1, 2, and that concludes exercise modality number 2. Now, exercise modality number 3. This is going to consist of lower body plyometrics. So, upper body plyometrics push-ups, 3 different variations: clap push-ups, medicine ball push-ups, and death plyo push-ups. Lower body exercise, box jumps, squat box jumps, death jump to box jump, apologize for that, and single leg box jumps. With that being said, let's start our push-ups. I'm going to be using my basketball as a medicine ball again, and let's get to it. Let's do 8 reps. Let's do 6 reps for each push-up variation. First being push-up, clap push-up, claps, push-ups. Self-explanatory. After every explosive movement, clap, boom, boom, boom. Medicine ball, doing the push-up on the medicine ball, and then for the plyo push-ups, death plyo push-ups. I don't have any sort of, I guess you could say, elevation. So I'm just gonna pretend like I have 2 plates right here, and I'm gonna be doing push-ups off of them. That's pretty much the only way I go improvise. With that being said, let's get to it. Let's do 6 each. Ugh. 1, 2, 6. Those are gonna be my clap push-ups. Now, medicine ball push-ups. Another easy 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now, with that being said, I don't have any dead plyo, any plates or anything. Actually, no. I'm gonna be using, I guess you could say, the couch. So just 10. 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And now squats. I don't have any box. The closest thing to a box that I have is my couch. So with that being said, I'm gonna take off my shoes and just jump on the couch. So, squat box jump, death box jump to jump, and single leg box jump. Let's get our squat jumps. Pretty much we're gonna be performing a normal squat. With that being said, 90 degrees, and then once you're at 90 degrees, you just wanna power through, jump on the box. Let's do 4 sets each variation. 1, 2, 3, 4. And now for the second variation, that jump to jump box. I don't really have anything where I could jump off from and then jump to. So I'm going to grab this blanket and let's pretend it's from a higher surface. So with that being said, we're just gonna jump into a normal position, squat, and jump. And that's gonna be our jump box. So let's just do 3 because they're a little time consuming. So 3. 1, 2, 3. Easy. Now with that being said, the last one, single leg squat jump. So we're just gonna single leg jump. We're only gonna do 2 reps, 1 each. These are a little harder. 1, 2. And that's your plyometrics. Thank you. And now for exercise modality number 4. This one's going to consist of trunk body plyometrics. Upper body, lower body. One exercise each, 3 variations. With that being said, for upper body, we're going to perform plyometrics Russian twist on the floor. That's going to be fast body weight twist, so I'll perform the exercises in a bit. And then for the second one, medicine ball or backpack, doesn't matter. I'm going to be using medicine ball. And for the last one, feet elevated. And boom. And then for the lower body, we're going to do explosive V-ups. Standard V-ups, alternating leg V-ups, and medicine ball or backpack V-ups. So with that being said, let's get on the floor. Ooh. Let me grab my medicine ball. So, Russian twist. For those of y'all who don't know what a Russian twist is, we're pretty much going to be on the floor, kind of like in a V shape, and then just going side to side. Pretty much what this is going to do is going to target our ab core, our obliques, which gives you that gill look, and pretty much anything core related. It's really exhausting, it's tiring, but it's a good workout. With that being said, we're only going to be doing 15 seconds of each. Or actually, no, it does not do 15 seconds. Let's do 10 reps each. So 1, 2, 3. So 20 twist totals, if that makes sense. With that being said, let's get it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Alright, variation number 2, the sky bar medicine ball. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Whew. Now this one's gonna be a little harder. Feet elevated Russian twist. So let me get away from that. Same thing as usual, just elevate your legs a little bit. It's gonna be more intense in your core. I'm gonna put the medicine ball because I don't need that back. With that being said, same thing, 10, and twist. Feet up, Russian twist. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Whew. That is explosive. Now for this next one, explosive V-ups. Let me grab my medicine ball. I'm gonna use it again. For those of you that don't know what a V-up is, instead of being in a Russian twist position, we're gonna be on the floor position. We're gonna have our legs fully up, and we're gonna wanna touch them like a V. Whew. Pretty much engaging in a V format. This is also going to work on your trunk, more lower body, not so upper body because you're not holding anything up here, and your legs are more engaged. With that being said, we're going to be doing 10 reps of each variation. Number 1, standard V-ups. Number 2, alternating leg V-ups. Since it's alternating, 5 and 5. And then for the last one, medicine ball. Right here. Let's get to it. Standard. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Ooh. And now for the alternating, both legs on the floor, 1 at a time. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Switch. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now for this last one, medicine ball V-ups. So instead of reaching for our toes with our fingers, we're going to be reaching our toes with a medicine ball. Good thing this thing doesn't weigh anything. Let's get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And there goes exercise modality number 4. On to number 5. Thank you. Alright, and now time for exercise modality number 5. Agility ladder drills. I don't have any ladders here or anything like to replicate that. So let's just pretend I have a ladder right here and I'm gonna be doing pretty much the upper body and the lower body workouts. So with that being said, this is gonna consist of bear crawl ladder drills for the upper body, and for the lower body, this is gonna consist of in and out ladder drills. So for the 3 different variations for the upper body, forward bear crawl, so pretty much just walking in a forward bear crawl. For the second variation, lateral bear crawl, so instead of walking forward, we're gonna be walking laterally. And for the last one, fast hand ladder tips. So pretty much going as fast as you can from one side to the other side while tapping with the alternative or the opposite hand. With that being said, for the lower body, in and out ladder drills. So forward in and out, lateral in and out, same as a bear, but instead of being on our fours, that's just gonna be our feet in and out, and then single leg in and out. So in and out, one leg. So with that being said, let's knock all 6 of these out with a timer. Let me get this timer in. Stop and watch. Boom. Let's get it. Starting with the bear crawl. We're gonna do bear crawl for 1 minute. I'm gonna be doing across from her room. I was about to say, let me enhance my camera angle. Message. Now, instead of going in a forward position, we're going to be going on a side-to-side position. 1 minute each as well. This is a shoulder burner. Alright, 1 minute. And now for the last one, we're gonna be doing quick in and outs. So this between this is the end of the ladder and that's the end of the ladder. We're gonna be going as fast as I can, touching with our opposite arm. It gets tired having a small apartment. Whew. Whew. Now, time for the lower body. So, quick in and out. 1 minute each. First, it's gonna be standard in and out. Ooh. Ooh. This is an intense burner. Alright, and now we're gonna be doing side to side shuffle. All right, 10 more seconds. All right, now single leg, 30 seconds each leg. Ooh. Ooh. Whew. And that is exercise modality number 5. All right, on to the 6th and final exercise modality, closed agility cone drill. I don't have any cones, and I probably do have stuff to resemble cones, but since I'm such in a short area, I'm gonna be using the edge of this couch and the edge of this wall as my 2 sides for the cones, or they're gonna pretty much replicate my cones in this case. With that being said, for upper body, plank cone touches, alternating cone touches, cross body touches, explosive reach touches. And for the lower body, cone shuffle drill, side to side shuffle, zigzag shuffle, and then forward, backward shuffle. So I'm gonna set my timer. We're just gonna do 30 seconds each. Nothing too crazy. Keep it a little simple for us. So let me get my stopwatch ready, and let's get to it. Start. All right. So first, alternating touches. So 1, 2. Alright, now we're done with alternating, we're gonna do crossbar. Same thing, but instead of reaching left or left, right or right, we're gonna go right and left. left to right. It's gonna allow us to get more down. That's gonna allow us to engage more muscles. And it's gonna allow us to engage our core a little more. Alright, now that we're done with that, explosive. So instead of kind of doing a shuffle, we're just gonna do a single explosive push. With that being said, let's get it. Now this is a quad burner. All right, now that we're done, side to side shuffle. Let's go cone to cone. All right, zigzag. All right, 5 more seconds. Now backwards. Backwards shuffle as the last exercise. And then what should be done? Now onto the cool. 10 more seconds. And time. All right, that is all 6 exercise modalities. Warm up. Now let's get to the cool down and finish this. All right, and thanks for staying with us for the whole workout. Now let's get into our 10-minute cool down and we'll be done. Now with this 10-minute cool down, it's gonna consist of just 3 cool down exercises. Child pose, which is going to be a 2-minute child pose. You want to deep breathe your whole back. You want to stretch your whole hamstrings, your glutes, and you want to reach as far as possible, extending your lats, femoris, extending everything. And then cross body shoulders, 4 minutes, 2 minutes each arm, or go alternating, whatever's preferred. And then quad / hamstring stretches, also 4 minutes. We have 4 muscles, 2 quads, 2 hamstrings, 4 minutes, 1 minute each. Boom, boom. All right, let's get to it. First and foremost, 2-minute child pose. Ooh, you can feel my bones cracking. We got 1 minute. Let's do 1 more minute. Just relax. Ooh. 30 seconds. Fifteen more seconds of child pose. Alright, let's keep. Ooh. And now we're gonna do 4 minutes of shoulder cross arm chest. We could be doing 2 minutes each shoulder. Oh, you can feel that stretch. Alright, let's switch arms. 6, 1, 8, 3, 4, 9. Oof. That stretch does feel pretty good. Loosen them shoulders up. Another 2 minutes. Back to the first shoulder. Now, finally, let's go back to the right one more time. 1 more minute of shoulder stretching, and we'll get into a quad and hamstring stretches. more seconds, and then quad and hamstrings. Nice. 4 minutes, 4 muscles, 1 minute each. Quad, right quad. Just gonna be a stretch. Whew. You can hang onto the wall like how I'm hanging onto the wall. Still gonna feel the stretch. Still gonna feel that burn. Stretch those quads. Alright. Now let's switch to the left quad. You can definitely feel that stretch. Fifteen more seconds of quad stretching, and then we'll get into our last 2 cool downs. 2 minutes of hamstring stretches. 1 minute right, 1 minute to the left. Perfect. Now, hamstrings. Ooh, feel that stretch. Now switch. Last minute. Ooh, 10 more seconds of stretching and we are done. Ooh, and that's it. Video assignment number 2 complete. Just wanted to say thank you for having such an amazing semester. It was amazing. I learned a lot in this class and thank you. I appreciate y'all's time watching.